the founding father baby hair coming in really strong today. That's beautiful. I'm really glad. I'm really glad my hair naturally just does this. Anyway, today I thought I would do a highly requested video that I've gotten for like months and I never really did, which is around skincare. I used to like not want to do it because I don't do that much to my skin. It's mostly lifestyle, but I feel like addressing the things in my lifestyle that do help out with skin, along with obviously just genetics of like neither of my parents ever really struggled with acne or poor skin, thought I would take you through my day and show like what I do, maybe give some ideas for things that can help for people with skincare and they're wanting to improve that. The first thing is that I just worked out. I find that even though I don't sweat, like I'm literally a reptile, like I worked out pretty intensely and I have maybe a slight like glow, but not even like sweat. There's like a glow, like if you work out, like it does help your skin. And so I think any type of movement, just general energy in the body, talk about this when I used to study like Ayurveda and like yogic philosophy, is just the movement of the, like it's obvious, I'm not even gonna get into it. Just moving your body a little bit, you know, kind of obvious. Whether or not you have founding father baby hairs does not contribute to the beauty of your skin, fortunately. So those of you who are envious of not having this, you know, you're in luck. Oh, and there's a dove. I told you whenever I see doves, I think of my grandmother, so it's a good sign. We're gonna have a good skin day today. Anyway, yeah, that's the first thing, is just like move the body. Okay, I've just gotten out of the shower. Let me open the door a little bit so we can not fog up the camera. I would usually wash my face in the shower, but obviously like I want to show this on camera, so let's hope. Okay, this can work for now. Little unboxing here because I just got this because I had been out. My favorite cleanser, just like generally if I don't know what to buy, is the Youth to the People Kale Green Tea Spinach Vitamins. I'm sure a lot of people have talked about this because like, I don't know, I see it always on Sephora, like Most Bought, things like that. So yeah, a little unboxing here. It looks like this. Install this. I like notably do not like cleansers where you have to pick it up, because if I'm taking off my makeup and I have to like pick that up with makeup hands, I don't know, it feels much more hygienic and easier. I use a Foreo. I charge this like once a month. The charge lasts forever. I used to use a Clarisonic, and then my brother got me a Foreo like 3 years ago, and I've just used it ever since, honestly. So I'm just putting a little bit on. It's lightly foamy. I have another cleanser that I have in the shower, but it's not one I recommend. It's just one that I got literally like at a convenience store in Dubai. So yeah, I use this like in the morning, at night, whatever. It's a very good all-purpose cleanser in my opinion. I have my housekeeper coming today, which I definitely need because there's just hair all over the place. Disgusting. If you know and you have long hair, like you get it. Terrible. The next thing I do is I take half a cotton pad here. I've tried reusable things and whatnot. Maybe I should look into it. I just take like half of a cotton pad, and then I don't have a good toner. I like openly do not have a good toner. So if you have a toner you recommend, let me know. I used to use the SK2, like $300 skin water. I don't have skin issues that need a $300 like life perfecting thing. Like it's beautiful if you have skin issues, I just don't. So literally I just have rosewater, like this rosewater thing. One of my followers sent it to me. She sent me like a package, and so I've just been using like that up. I don't know if that's actually like decent, or if anyone has any recommendations for a decent toner. Yeah, let me know. And then my favorite morning moisturizer to use is actually a serum from Sunday Riley. It's the CEO serum. I love, like this is pricey. I love this. I love Sunday Riley. I think she's a really well-respected brand. There's probably a dupe of this out there. Let me know if like The Ordinary or something makes a dupe, but it's the CEO. It's a serum. This will definitely be in my favorites video. And it just like the smell and just everything of this is so brightening. I literally just take like, in the morning I don't need huge amount of moisture, so I just take like a dollop, put it all over my face, put a little in my eyes, smooth that in. So yeah, I've rubbed that in, and not directly like skincare related for right now, but my favorite face mask ever is the Drunk Elephant TLC Sukari Babyfacial. I love this stuff. I'll use it tonight and show it on camera, but it's an acid. It is pretty strong for people with sensitive skin. I don't have sensitive skin, so I don't really have a sensitivity issue. And their Manuka oil is my favorite nighttime moisturizer of all time. So this is a tiny vial of Manuka oil. If you know me, you know I've used this since I was literally 15. And I don't know if this is like facial related, but like I just try to get a non-scented lotion for when I shave and I need to put it all over my body basically. I don't have sensitive skin, but I do know that fragrance is usually a no-go just in general. So I use like unscented, this is like Ceramidex normal lotion, and then I use shea butter as well on my hands because my knuckles get really dry because I don't have super dry skin, but I have normal that can tend to dry all over my body. So that is my morning skincare. I keep a spoolie for my eyebrows and my eyelashes. With lash extensions, one of the most satisfying things is just spoolieing them to make sure that they're all like not tangled. I don't know. I went to New York Lash Bar, which was a new place, and these lashes are staying really well. I definitely didn't get them as thick or as volume oriented as like I usually do, but they didn't. It was the first time there. Like they didn't really have like a basis to know what I wanted that clearly. So next time I go, I'll get like more dramatic. I don't like super dramatic. I like wispy, but I like long, and they're not as long as usual. But yeah, I use like a spoolie in the morning, and then I have two lip glosses, lip balms that I use. I have the Kapari coconut one that I just keep in my bag, and then I also just have the Sugar Fresh. This is just the Sugar like Fresh lip balm. This is an OG one. If you've been around, this has been in a Sephora gift basket for fucking ever, so I just kind of like get them often, every few weeks to months. And yeah, that is my morning skincare. Again, I'm open to a lot of like constructive criticism or just like flat out like I don't know. I don't really have like that die hard besides like Sunday Riley, that serum. I just love the way that looks and feels. Everything else, like I'm pretty open to like switching up, but I have loved the Youth to the People cleanser for a few years. I've talked about this before, I don't do it often, but I have a mini facial razor, and I do find that every few weeks, taking care of a very light layer of baby like peach fuzz all over my face makes makeup sit better, and it doesn't make me break out. Like you're just lightly removing like the top layer of hair that you wouldn't notice or see, but that does like fuzz, and makeup will kind of not look as smooth. No one has to do that. I just do that, and I do it every few weeks, which when I notice. So that's another quick thing, but that is my morning routine. That's about it. Pretty simple and nothing really that complicated. The other like obvious thing for good skin is just like diet. Like there's the saying, abs are not made in the gym, they're made in the kitchen, or something to that regard. Like all like appearance is going to be so correlated to what you're putting in your body. That's kind of obvious. Like we don't really need to get into it, but like eat like shit. I mean, sure, there's some people that look fine doing it, but like the majority of people, I'd say even the people that eat like shit and still look good will look better not eating shit. Like you shit in, shit out. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so like eat well, you know, vitamins, minerals, and like fruits, veggies, especially. I know that when I was in like high school, I found Freely and Raw Till 4, and I never followed it well, but like I definitely was like following the eat as many bananas and potatoes as you can for like a few days, or maybe like a few weeks, but like it didn't take over my life to any extent. But I remember eating like so many like potatoes, bananas, etc., and not as much avocado or nut butter as I usually would, because I've always been like a heavy, like I love nut butter, I'm a nut butter fiend. Like Legendary Foods nut butters, literally please sponsor me. I'm obsessed with your nut butters. But like I didn't eat as many as usual because I was like, oh, I want to try out like the way that Freely eats. And that like I feel like the glow was not as prominent. So like especially for women, just like make sure you eat your healthy fats. Most people don't have a problem with that, with like nuts and seeds and shit, but and avocados. But yeah, my recommendation is just eat healthy. Like whatever that means for you, your lifestyle, your body, etc. For me, it's a whole foods, plant-based diet. I love it, no complaints. Been nearly 7 years now, never had a deficiency besides D, which makes sense because I was not supplementing. Literally, I stopped taking a multivitamin when I went to college. Like I took a multivitamin growing up that has D in it. And then I didn't when I went to college in New York, and pretty immediately within that year I was like, well, I'm having some weird energy issues. It was vitamin D deficiency. That's the key, is like this, that, whatever name you would have put on it. Just like eat a variety of fruits, vegetables, seeds, legumes, like eat hearty, good variety. Like it's not that difficult. We don't need to like psychoanalyze micro and like just eat a fucking variety, eat a good balance of the 3 macros, but with a lot of the micronutrients. This is common sense, but a lot of people like, I don't know, don't have it. I got groceries delivered. I don't like going to the grocery store too much anymore because it's just like easier to get it delivered. I noticed inflation when Amazon delivery used to be either free or $2.99 depending on the time that you got it delivered. Now it's $9.95 for a delivery, which is like, I'm not going to complain, like workers need to be compensated well, but I have a feeling that's not going to the worker. Like, I don't know. Seeing that price rise up for Amazon grocery delivery really like, that's when inflation like clearly was there. So I have 2 onions. They got the smallest fucking onions possible. So I have 2 onions. I have some ginger here from last time I went to the grocery store that like I have not used yet, and like I don't know what to do with it because I was gonna make pho and put this in the pho because it's like ginger, but like I don't know how to use raw ginger. I have 1 lemon. I use a little bit of lemon in my water a lot of the time. I just like the way it tastes. I have 2 large bananas. I didn't need groceries for that many days, so it's just like, give me 2 bananas. I have tomato paste because I cook with a lot of tomato paste in like everything. Onions I saute, so I have tomato paste. I got nori seaweed. I'm obsessed with seaweed and you all know that, and I like to have seaweed like every day with dinner, so I'm running out of the one I bought in Dubai. I bought like literally the biggest package of seaweed in Dubai, and I had so much I just packed it on the way back. Like it was hundreds of sheets. Not hundreds, it was probably like 100 sheets, which will last me like 2-3 months probably if I'm eating like a sheet a night, maybe 2. Then I have kale. We just have some kale in this bag. I like to cook kale with my curries. If y'all have seen what I cook kale down in like all my dinner recipes. I just love cooked greens, specifically kale. I have some trimmed Brussels sprouts. This is my favorite vegetable. No, carrots are my favorite vegetable. Like Brussels sprouts, probably like the competitor. They're an acquired taste. I love Brussels sprouts with like maple and balsamic vinegar. Phenomenal. And then carrots, which are my favorite vegetable if we just have to like name one. I love carrots. In fact, I was eating them so much to where my hands were starting to turn orange, and people were saying it, and I was like, no, it's just the lighting in my room. And then they were actually orange until I was like, you can't just nonstop eat carrots. Like I love carrots. Like I will include them in everything if I can. And now I just have like 1 to 2 carrots a day probably, and that's like fine. But I was eating like a lot, like probably like 5, 6, because like every meal I'd be like, let me have a carrot with that. I love carrots. I always have. Like growing up, I loved carrots. Yeah, and I used to do like carrots and ranch or carrots and hummus, and now I just do like carrots with whatever recipe I'm doing. I actually got baba ganoush. I love baba ganoush, and this brand also sponsored me. If you're in New York, get the Abraham's brand hummus or baba ganoush is phenomenal. I love baba ganoush. So I have like this together, like for dinner, like not just this, but like I have these 2 things in my dinner like all the time. So I usually get more groceries, but I was running out of like things I needed, and I prefer ordering groceries now because I don't get recognized at the grocery store. Like I love meeting people on the street. I get seen every day, but like when I'm in the grocery store, I really just want to keep my head down and get groceries, and it's just easier. I'll just like pay the $10 once a week for groceries. So that's what I have here. I also like, have my normal things as always, but like eat healthy, eat whole foods. It doesn't mean that you don't eat anything processed. I think people think that processed means unhealthy. It doesn't always mean unhealthy. Like you could say that this nutritional yeast is processed. That doesn't make it unhealthy. It just means that it's like distorted somehow, which doesn't make it unhealthy. There are unhealthy processed foods though. So that's what people mean when they say I don't eat processed foods. No, I do. I mean, I eat like cauliflower lentil spaghetti. Like this is technically a processed food, but it's healthy. It's just cauliflower and lentil flour like together. So I just try to be careful with my words because no, like I'll eat processed foods if I think that they're like make me feel good and that they're healthy. Not that I only have to eat healthy either, but in the house I keep healthy because that's like a normal way of making sure that you're like, I don't know, I've never had trouble being like, okay, I like eating healthy. These are healthy foods I keep in the house. But also here's like pastas that are technically processed but are also healthy because I like the way that protein pastas, like they're more satiating than wheat-based pastas. I do not have a gluten intolerance or allergy, but like usually I'll pick the protein pasta over that because it's more satiating. So yeah, that's just a little spiel about how whatever you put on top of your skin is not going to be able to reverse the actual like lifestyle of eating healthy the majority of the time. I myself, like I've said before, I've never had an ongoing acne problem. I've never had oily skin. I don't have breakouts. Like I used to use Mario Badescu drying lotion, but I now don't even like, I don't think I actually had breakouts on what I was using it on. I think I was just like Virgo nitpicking. I don't really run into skin issues on like a chronic level. I just notice a difference in my skin, and that with my diet, like energy, everything, that if I'm traveling and literally just don't have access to what I like to eat, that is like my thing. That's when I notice a little bit of a difference. So I rambled on. You don't like need all that, but that's like the TLDR is like, make sure that if you're eating healthy, like your skin will probably glow unless there's another imbalance in your life. That's like tier 1 fundamentals. So yeah, off to probably get a coffee. Minimizing stress is like probably a good idea for skin. I can't really relate, but then again, stress doesn't really show up in my skin. Like enough sleep and stress probably. I mean, I don't even get like hormonal breakouts really. I have before, but like they're really rare. So I don't know, should probably tone down the stress just in life in general. Like just today being so, oh my God, I just like never enoughness is the way I would describe it. Like that's my form of stress, is like I have to keep running because there's just like an embarrassing amount of lack of accomplishment. Which sounds so stupid because people say you've done so much, but then I see people that are like growing faster than me, or who I'd argue are like smarter, put out better content. Like I landed a podcast deal. Like it's a good deal. Just in general with like what they're helping me with, and like this, it's cool. And I have to do the outreach, and like I am terrified. Like what guest? Like I'm so like when I mean I'm terrified, like that's why I wasn't able to keep up a podcast consistently in the past, just because like reaching out to guests, like oh my God, like I would rather just like do solo shows. But I know that people like podcasts. I know that I can do like one conversation a week, and then we bring in like an external editor, and then that'll work. Like that's like my stress, is like feeling really under accomplished, and then like the things I have to do to try to feel accomplished feel like imposter syndrome. So that's kind of where I get really stressed. It's not about like other things that people get stressed about. I don't know, it feels a bit more meta or like macro, where it's just this all-encompassing feeling of such cringe humiliation that it's like I don't know how to, I mean, if you're heavy Capricorn placements, you get it probably, of just like the humiliation of not feeling accomplished enough, and it like sucks. So probably a good thing to tone that down, but I get more stress if I'm not doing. Like today was a day where I've just been working on busy work, and that feels very annoying because I feel like I'm not creating content, which feels like I'm not going to do anything impressive with my life because I'm not putting anything out there, and I don't have anything witty to tweet because I'm just fucking like going insane in my stress. So I have nothing, like I'm not going to be someone who like, I don't know, I just try to only tweet when I have something interesting or what I think is funny to say. When I don't, I just shut up and I just like grind out. And I traded early today, and I did enough, and now the market's kind of sideways, and I could be just chopping the range for like a couple more grand, but like I just really need to get out content, and feel stupid not to. I feel like I would just want to create so much crypto content, like that helps people so much, but like that doesn't get the engagement, and that's not all my TikTok audience really wants. Like it gets shit engagement, and I know that I have to create it to get the audience that wants that, but then I also know that the algorithm gets confused when you have like multiple niches, so I'm just like, we'll figure it out. I'm not complaining. I'm just like speaking. Like I'm not complaining. I don't want people to feel like, oh, shut the fuck up. Like you like whatever. Like you're so lucky. Like I know. I just deliberating. But my stress is, like my ideal of where I want this podcast to go would be like Lex Friedman. Like that is like flying people out. And I love him and his show, like high key, like goals just as a person. And I really want to get to that level. Like I would fly people out. Like I'd pay for that and I'd bring people up. The imposter syndrome of bringing people at that level on. I don't know, I'm fucking terrified. And they even are like at the people I'm working with, they're like, you're the one with the leverage. Like you need to reach out. We cannot reach out on behalf of you. I'm like, me with the leverage? Like Jesus Christ. Like it's little old me, noob shit in like the apartment I've been in the same desk I've been in since I was 19. Like me, I don't know. It's funny when people are like, so relatable. Like I'm like, relatable. Like I'm doing all this and it still feels like beyond imposter syndrome. And it's just me. I don't have a team really. I don't have a PR person. I don't have someone talking for me. It's like me gonna have to like slide into emails and DMs. Can someone get Sergey Nazarov on my podcast? He's my favorite person in crypto of all time. Can someone get Sergey Nazarov on? Can someone forward him this video? He's gonna be like, why am I looking at a video about skincare? Sergey, please, sir, can you come on my podcast? You're the only guest that I'm like, I would defy imposter syndrome to try and get you on. Been a day of profitable shorts. Pretty good day today. I am running off to meet Dan, my friend Dan Held. If you follow him on Twitter, like he's a homie. He's from Texas too, so we vibe. Heading to Westville for dinner. If you know Westville, like I live very close to Westville East. My address is fucking doxed on the dark web, so if you actually want to come kill me like people tried to in February, I guess you could. I should stop saying shit like this. Like, no wonder I have security issues. Yeah, we'll take off there. Take off there. I will see you there. Do you want to be in my vlog or no?
Sure, why not?
Awesome. Yeah, so they didn't particularly do anything for me, but the legalities, and I happen to love Dubai. Like, I'm literally there shaking, hiding from the public, and I happen to love Dubai, so it worked out very well. Shout out to the nice people who just recognized me on Avenue A. I did not get you in my vlog. I'm sorry, but I saw you. I get recognized a lot and I try to get it on camera, but like I never do. Cause I like, if someone's gonna recognize me, I like to like show them or like include them in the vlog. I don't know, it is what it is, but I didn't get, thank you. I did not get you on camera. Now I'll show you all my nighttime skincare routine. If I have makeup on, I will use this Zero Cleansing Balm, or Clean It Zero Cleansing Balm. It's just a makeup balm and it comes with a little like spoon inside. Actually, the travel size version has more left, so I'll show it here. It's just like a makeup balm, and because it's just like a gel that removes your makeup, it works better than makeup wipes because it literally just like everything comes off. And then after I take my makeup off with that, I will go in with water and remove all of that like gel that has the balm. The balm will be like oily and you just use water to take that all off. And then I will just do this skincare routine, and I'll show you all, like I'll put on this face mask so you can see basically what it does, the Sukari Babyfacial. As far as washing my face, I'm just water. Same old Foreo, we do this. If my Foreo stops working, I know I need to charge it, and it just stopped, like, I don't know, if it stops vibrating early, I don't like saying that, but if it stops vibrating early and you have to turn it back on, it's a good sign it's out of battery. For the Drunk Element Baby Sukari Baby Facial, use once weekly, so 10 to 20 minutes. You put it on your face for 10 to 20 minutes. Comes out like this. It's just a little tan color. Apply to face. I feel like Miles from Healthy Crazy Cool, the vegan channel where he gets out nut butter and is like, apply to face. You want a thin layer, like a layer that can sit on your face, but you don't need to lump it on. So this is it like in the lighting. It's just a very thin layer. It looks kind of like a tan tinted moisturizer. And you'll leave that on between 10 and 20 minutes, and then I'll be back to rinse this off. Now it's been like 15 minutes. I'm gonna wash my face. This does not burn my face like at all. Like if it gets into small cuts like on my lips or anything, I can feel how it might be acidic to some other people, but it does not burn me like at all. Like this acid doesn't burn me. Now I'm putting on a little bit of toner, or not even toner, just like this rosewater thing. Like I said, I don't have a good toner. Let me know if you do. And then my moisturizer that I use at night, the Ordinary Natural Moisturizing Factors plus HA. Very small amount. You need just a very small amount, like literally just like a dot. Dot that all over my face. Put this all over my under eyes, eyelids. And then I have this eye cream. Actually, we'll try it. I was gonna say I've never used it. I don't use an eye cream, but I have this sample of this fresh black tea age delay eye concentrate after cleansing smooth onto the eye area. Let's try it out. Let's try this out. It's a sample. Like, I don't use this normally. I don't recommend this necessarily. Eye creams are just thicker moisturizers. It smells really good. It's like a little thingy. I don't like jars just for hygienic reasons. Like, I don't know. I'd rather have a pump than like an open jar. And then this is, okay, I have a little extra. This is basically just like a thicker moisturizer. I've never used this before, but like, why not do it today? I've used Mario Badescu drying lotion in the past if I feel like I have breakouts, but I don't think I literally really have or can justify using it. Like, I don't really get major breakouts. So like anytime I had skin that was uneven, I'd be like breakout, but I don't think it's a breakout. There's just like skin normally being uneven. So I stopped using it and there was like no difference in my skin. So like I don't really use that anymore. But yeah, that is my skincare for today, along with like a little bit of my life. Had a good dinner with Dan, and recommend you look at his content if you're like into Bitcoin. He's like OG, just like Bitcoin. If you know, you know. But yeah, I hope that was helpful. Tomorrow I think I'm going to film my favorite things video of all my favorite things. So some of the skincare you saw in this video will be in that. Take care, sending love as always, and I will see you tomorrow.